Today we're catching some sun and waves with Warren, a QHS member whose life is as vibrant and refreshing as a seaside breeze. What currents brought him to the sunny shores of the quantum shift? Let's surf behind the scenes to see the waves he's been riding.
Hello everyone, my name is Warren. I was born in Vancouver, Canada, 1946, and that puts me at a ripe young age of 78. My parents, sister, and I moved from Vancouver to a city in Quebec called Twine, which is Three Rivers in English. We moved there in 1954, which was a massive change for the whole family because we moved from a climate that was seasonal 12 months out of the year to snow-covered rooftops. So that was quite a challenge when that happened. My father started working in Three Rivers as a stevedore agent. He turned out to be one heck of a workaholic. So my mother was left to raise 3 kids at home, which was a challenge for her. So we never got to have any close connection with our parents. I was not an avid snow enthusiast, so I discovered the sport of basketball as an indoor sport. So I latched onto that and later pursued that as a volunteer coach in my later years. I graduated from high school, but never really found a career that I wanted to pursue. So I later got married in 1967. Had 2 children, wonderful children. I have a daughter born in 68 and a son born in 1970. We then moved to St. Therese, Quebec, which was where the General Motors auto plant was, where I started working there, and then pursued another branch in my career as a claims adjuster. I then bought a home in 1973, which in those years, the house that I bought only cost $15,000. So that's a bright story for those who are looking to buy a home today. Like my father, I became a workaholic. I buried myself in my work, and I buried myself in my passion, which was basketball, which I coached a collegiate level team for 3 years, and we won the provincial championships 2 out of 3 years. But after a while, life was good at that time, but after a while, things got tough. And then life turned into a divorce, and which was totally my fault. And later on, I got laid off after 22 years of service. I was on welfare for a while and tried to find work, and eventually did on a job working door-to-door sales in Oshawa, Ontario. But later I got into a partnership in a consulting business in Toronto. So that kind of remedied the situation at that time. After being in that business in Toronto for a while, and then moved back to Laval as a consultant, and I worked my way back into basketball, which was my passion. My business went down in 2008 with the 2008 crash, and I went into bankruptcy at that time. Getting back into basketball was my path to sanity, because it kept me business for a while. I then started up a small referral agency in 2008 to 2014, and then went into retirement in 2015, and that's where I am now. Then I found QHS. I tried many health products over the years, but when I finally found QHS, I found the solution to all my remedies, to all my problems. Since then, I've been wearing the QTWE device, the white device, every day. And what's happened since then is that I have easier nights sleeping because I have less problems with my prostate. I have discontinued my blood pressure medication and discontinued my cholesterol medication. So I have 3 positive points on that avenue. My latest setback, however, loss. It was on February 2024. He had a rare form of leukemia, and it only took 5 months for him to get through his ordeal. He and I were very close. As a son who always had time for me when I needed him to adjust my computer or fix my AC when the weather got hot. It will be 1 year on February 5th of this year that he's passed. But he's in a more peaceful place now. I have since found love in a beautiful Latino woman who has been there to support and love me. She is much younger than me, so don't believe anyone who says you're too old to find love. Age difference does not matter when love conquers all. So there you have my life with challenges and rewards. I did have some real down times, but I know that I would never give up to stay alive, because God has something bigger and better planned for me. Thank you for listening to my story. I bid you all health, a healthy and prosperous life.
Join us on the Prequel, where every story matters and every voice is heard. Because here at QHS, we're all about healing, learning, and growing together.